What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Ad Infinitum. Yes, indeed, Ad Infinitum Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Java Devil, and Java Devil wanted to see me react to this song by Ad Infinitum called Fire and Ice. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, hold it. This sounds familiar. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Napalm Records. Okay. And the video has 446,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Ad Infinitum, Fire and Ice, official video. Wah, wah, wah.
I don't even know if that's PG.
Yeah, there's that word official coming from Napalm Records. Yeah, I've had some issues with them in the past, so I gotta be kind of careful. It does help if you skip the whole Napalm Records logo, so that's why we're starting at 6 seconds. I skipped that because sometimes that's what nails the videos. So I'm doing everything I can here, folks. I'm gonna be pausing like I always do, and we're have to just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Dancing together, building forever. Dancing together, building forever. Take my hand, bring me again to your paradise. Our little games together we play, they make me smile. You touch my skin, I leave the ground. Watch the moon shining in your eyes. You kiss my lips, I'm up in the sky. Oh, believe in you and I. Above the clouds, among the stars, we'll draw tomorrow. 'Cause we'll be fire and ice, dancing together, building forever. Oh, fire and ice, whispering to the wind, all our foolish dreams, hearts are believers.
Yeah, hooky chorus. The vocal lines really are what kind of make that chorus hooky.
Fireflies dance in the night, show us the way.
short chorus.
We can travel through time. Our memories will stay immortal in my heart. Sweet symphony.
This breakdown section. Chorus is short. It's short. They definitely are following the moniker of always leaving the crowd wanting more, because they could have made that chorus longer and I would not have had a problem with it. The vocal line, in particular, the vocal stacking, the harmonizations that they're creating with her vocals. Taking her vocals and, copying and stacking and then, adjusting the pitch so that you create those triads, those 3-part harmonies. It's well done. It sounds good. But that's definitely the hook within the chorus. And it's what's making the chorus hooky, is those vocal lines. And the vocal, more important than the vocal lines, it's the vocal stacking. It's the notation that they're creating. The chordal progression, they're doing something kind of cool. They're starting on the 5 pretty consistently. Not every time, but they're pretty consistently starting on the 5th and then working their way from the 5 to the root and then moving around and then starting again on the next phrase on the 5 again. And from the 5, sometimes it goes to 6, sometimes it goes down to 4. Sometimes it jumps right to the root. I mean, they're playing around with it quite a bit, so it's never predictable until you find the pattern, and then it becomes easy to follow. But I like their approach on starting on the 5th. I think that's kind of cool. You don't hear too many bands do that, so that's a nice thing. That's a little different. Across the board, everything sounds good. Instrumentally, I got no issues. Vocally, she sounds really nice. I got no problems there. I really don't have any complaints about this song as a whole. I can't find anything that I would want to improve on or want to change on. So it sounds good. It sounds really good across the board. Let's keep going.
Let's sing once again, together hand in hand. Our chains and fears away. From dusk till dawn, our blood will beat. Fire and ice dancing together, building forever. Fire and ice whispering to the wind, all our foolish dreams. Fire and ice
7,
dancing together,
5,
building forever.
4, root, up to 2, yep, up to the 3, up to the 4, to the 5.
Foolish dreams. Dancing together,
I like how it goes against.
building
Nice.
forever.
Bouncing the echo back and forth between left and right. That was a nice ending. Get ready. Here comes the... Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Army of silent cries, marching heaven's cast.
Oh, those commercials, those advertisements. Yeah. I knew it. And the thing is, I knew it too. Like I was like, here they come. Here come the advertisements. Brace yourselves.
All hands, brace for impact!
And they're masters of it, boy. They do that every video. Anyway. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Ad Infinitum with Fire and Ice. This was a request from Java Devil. Okay, I thought about it. There's really not a lot to talk about that I didn't talk about during the reaction, so we should have a pretty short review here. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Though you know me, sometimes I'll go off on a tangent. Next thing you know, boom, we're here for 20 minutes. So Hopefully that won't happen, but we'll have to just kind of go wherever the tides take us. Let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.2. Yep, 7.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.2. What does that mean? Well, a 7.2 would translate to a really good skill rating. So overall, I think this was a really good song. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. So there you go, a 7.2, really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. It's a really good song overall. There were some things that definitely helped in its favor because looking at the song from a musicality standpoint, I mean, I've definitely heard more impressive playing than what we heard here. The songwriting definitely was, I think the songwriting was the strongest thing about the song. The chordal progressions that they came up with, starting their phrasing in their verses, starting on the 5th, that's unusual. And they made it work. They absolutely did. And they did it in multiple ways. It never got, okay. It became predictable after the second verse when you saw the pattern and you're like, oh, okay. So they go here first, so they go from the 5 to root, and the next one they go from the 5 to 4. And you know, it eventually you locked into it and you found the pattern and you're like, okay, that all makes sense. But the first time you hear it, like the first time I heard it, today listening to this, like on the first verse, no, I had no idea where we're gonna go. I was a little shocked that we started. I'll be honest with you, I was a little shell shocked by that, starting on the 5th, and then from the 5th, wait a minute, we're going to the root. So 5 starting out, then root. Okay, it's usually the way around. It's usually starting on the root and then go to the 5th. That's what most bands do. Or they'll go, you know, root to 2 or root to 3 or root to 4. Or root down to 7, you know. But usually 9 times out of 10, songs in verses in particular will start on the root, not on the 5th. So that was a nice touch. It really was. Really threw me for a loop and showed me some nice outside of the box thinking. I really kind of dug that. You know, once we got to the chorus, it became a little more predictable as far as, okay, here's the root. And they started on the root each time on the chorus, but they would go in different directions. You know, the first line, the first phrase through the chorus, it was root to 7 to 5 to 4. And then the second time it was root to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and then back to root again. It was never the same thing twice in a row, and that was really nice. It kept the song in its own. Yes, it's encapsulated, but within that encapsulation, there was never a time where it felt repetitive. It wasn't the same progression. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. It was never the same progression twice in a row. It was nice. It was definitely nice. It definitely added some variety and kept the song from becoming stale. Thank goodness. As far as instrumentation goes, everybody sounded just fine. I have no issue with anything I heard from the instrumentation. The musicianship was just fine across the board. No issues. Vocally, I understand this is a studio recording. And, you know, there's things they can do in studio with Pro Tools. I understand, and that's how they built the layers. But those layers, I gotta say, were very well done. The harmonizations that they created with her vocals, really well done, very nicely done. So I have no problem with it because, like I said, I think that's the hookiest part of the whole song, is that the first hit within the chorus. Either be, you know, phrase 1 or phrase 2 within the chorus, but those vocal harmonies are really what kind of hooks you more than anything else. It absolutely sinks its claws into you. So yeah, very memorable, very hooky, without question. So yeah, this is how I'm coming up with a 7.2. Is it the most impressive song I've ever heard? No, it's not, but it's a really good song nonetheless, with some really nice musicianship, some really outside the box thinking as far as chordal progressions go, and a nice hook on the chorus. So yeah, 7.2. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.2, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.